Hi everyone, Dr. Bartholomew here. I'm just providing a brief instructional video to kind of introduce you to our course website and also show you how to access the content for week one. So if you log on to Blackboard and select our course, SOCI 2301, you'll see this just general greeting here where I just kind of give you some basic nuts and bolts about how to access the syllabus, the course content, and the grade center, which will be the three main areas that you'll need to access in this particular course. Of course, I already sent out a copy of the syllabus, but there was one typo in that, which was corrected, and I've uploaded the corrected version right here on the tab. If you just click over here where it says syllabus. My dog's getting cranky. She wants to go outside. Sorry about that. And then the course content is right below that, which we'll go over in just a minute. And then my grades, which is where you'll be able to see all of the grades entered for this course. I do my very best to grade things as quick as possible. And I know the Grade Center from a student view perspective can kind of be confusing at times, maybe a little difficult to see where you're standing. So if you want to know where you're standing in the course in terms of how many points you've completed out of what we've covered so far, feel free to shoot me an email. I'm happy to help you figure out more clearly where you're standing in the course. Under communication tools, you'll see announcements. I just sent out an email with this exact same announcement in it. Whenever I post an announcement, I do try and send out a specific email with it in it as well, but there is an option on Blackboard where you can personally go into your settings and receive notifications in the form of email whenever I post an announcement to this particular page. So just note you might get doubled up emails if you have that setting set there as well. So let's go into the course content tab here. Oh, one more thing I should draw attention to is just this WebEx meeting feature. Some of you may not be familiar with WebEx, but this is just kind of like a virtual chat, like a Skype type thing. And I'll be holding my office hours virtually since this is an online course and with the pandemic going on, we'll be doing that here. So if you just click in the WebEx meeting, that's where you'll be able to access my virtual office hours, which, as it's stated in the syllabus, is going to be every Wednesday from 2 to 4 p.m. If you'd like to meet, but Wednesdays from 2 to 4 don't work well with your schedule, feel free to shoot me an email. I'm happy to set up WebEx office hour meetings by appointment. 1 minute, sweetie, come here. Sorry about that. So let's go into the course content folder here. So it looks pretty drab right now, but that's because I have it set up so content will get released every week. So every Sunday you'll be seeing the content folder that we'll go over for that week. And the reason I do that is because since this is a 5-week course, we cover so much information in such a short period of time, it doesn't really seem productive for you to try and work ahead. And the majority of your points that you'll earn in this course are actually through interactive discussion forums, so you kind of need everyone to be on the same page at the same time anyway. So if you just click on our week one content folder here, you'll see everything that you need to accomplish for week one, very clearly organized in the order that you should complete it. So the first thing you'll need to do this week is complete your syllabus quiz, like I mentioned in my previous email. Pretty straightforward. If you just click on this link, hit begin, it'll take you there. Again, you have unlimited attempts for that, so I would definitely encourage you to keep taking that quiz over and over again until you get 100%. I will only grade your highest score for that. The other thing to do this week is an introduction discussion post. So this is pretty straightforward. If you just click on that and then click where it says create thread, it will show you the list of questions that I'd like you to reply to. And this is just a way for me to get to know you better, your classmates. Hopefully you'll read these from your fellow classmates, get to know a little bit more about the people that are taking this particular course. All right, and please take your time to answer these fully. This is worth 75 points, which is a pretty good amount of points for an assignment in this course. But essentially, as long as you answer these questions, there's no right or wrong answer. So as long as you put a little effort into it and just help me get to know you a little bit better, this is an easy way to make 75 points in this class. All right. So you'll see that I'm the only one that's posted in this since the class just opened up. If you want to click in that, you can read a little bit more about me. I answered the same questions I'm asking you. And then I also recorded a video essentially me just reading my response and adding maybe a few more details in there. You definitely don't need to make a video with yours. If you want to, go ahead, but I just did it because I'm a visual person and I want you to get familiar with the face behind this course. So back to the course content then for week one. After you've done the syllabus quiz and the introductory discussion post, you can dive into the meat and potatoes for this week. So module 1 you should access first. And this is just all of the videos and readings that I've assigned this week, and I organize them in the order that I suggest you view them, right? So pretty straightforward. Everything has a link. If there's a video, it says watch video, just click that. It will pop open the screen for you. If it's a link like this, just go ahead and click on it and it will direct you to the reading that I'd like you to complete, etc. So once you get through all of those, what are you trying to get at, girl? She wants her toy, sorry. Okay. Teaching from home. All right, so once you get through the readings and the videos that I've assigned, I also include video lectures. So these are essentially just me recording voiceover narration on the slides that I would typically cover in class for going over this. And I keep these videos at, I'm so sorry. Keep these videos at 15 minutes. Hey, get a grip, girl. Keep these videos at a max of 15 minutes length each. So depending on how many presentations I go over in any given week, there might be anywhere from 2 to 3 or 4 of these videos in each of the module folders here. And then I also do provide this PowerPoint slides that I go over in each of these video lectures. So if there's ever something I talk about in one of the video lectures that you want to revisit or have some more questions about, you can definitely go back and access those slides. All right. So this week, in week 1, there's just 2 modules. Module 1 and Module 2 is the exact same thing, just a list of different videos and readings that I'd like you to complete. And then here again, my video lectures and the actual slides that I go over as well. So after you've had an opportunity to read through and view all of the assigned content for week 1, you can dive into what will become your main assignment that you'll be completing every week, which is your weekly discussion post. All right. And I provide here just a Word document that contains the grading rubric that I go over, that I use when I'm grading your weekly discussion post. And I definitely recommend you read through this particular document very carefully, because I really clearly explain out exactly what I am looking for when I'm grading your weekly discussion post. So these weekly discussion posts are the biggest portion of your grade. They have 2 purposes. They kind of simulate the face-to-face discussion that we would typically have in a classroom, but they also provide me an opportunity to assess your learning and comprehension of the material that we're covering each week. And since we're going over a lot of material in a small amount of time, I really do grade these pretty rigorously. So you want to put in a lot of time and effort into working on these, because these are your main assignments in this course. Right. So after you've read through the grading rubric, or let me show you one other way you can find the grading rubric is by clicking on the discussion link in here where it says grading information. You'll see this little checkerboard here. If you click this, you'll see the exact grading rubric that I use when I grade your weekly discussion post, right? So you see that it has 2 different components, the EOP, which is your educated opinion post, and your comments. I grade everyone's assignment using the exact same rubric every single week. So you can tell exactly what you need to accomplish with these weekly discussion posts in order to earn a perfect score, which would be a 50 out of 50 for each of the first 4 weeks of the course. All right. So I believe in complete transparency when I'm grading. I don't want there to be any questions about why did I lose points here or where did I lose points? And these grading rubrics help me do that very clearly. So when you're ready to write your own discussion post, you'll just hit here where it says create thread. You'll see the specific questions that I'm asking you to respond to in your educated opinion post for this week, which is always going to be due Thursday of every week. Once you've written your educated opinion post, you need to read the post of your other fellow students. I'm not breaking you into smaller groups because I thought it might be beneficial for you to glean more from more perspectives of different people on a week-by-week basis. But there are almost 35 of you in this class, so I don't necessarily expect you to read everyone's educated opinion post. But I would say each week you should strive to read between 8 to 10 other students' educated opinion posts. Again, they're only required to be 200 words long, so that's really not too much to read through. But again, part of these educated opinion posts is to kind of simulate the discussion that we would have had in class. And especially in sociology courses, you can learn a lot simply from hearing the perspectives of different people from different backgrounds, and that's especially true in this course on social problems. So after you read through 8 or 10 or so of other students' educated opinion posts, pick 2 of them that resonated with you the most to write your comments on, right? The comments are the second portion of your weekly discussion posts. And of course, I go into much more clear detail in the syllabus about what the educated opinion post and comments entail. But absolutely, if you ever have any questions about anything in this course, do not hesitate to send me an email and ask me a question. The last thing I'll bring to your attention here is that if you click on the discussion forum tab under collaboration tools, you'll also see that I've created a question board. And this is just essentially an open board for you to post any questions that you think maybe other students might have as well. So if you have a question about an assignment, or maybe one of the readings or videos I assigned that week was really dense or kind of confusing, and you think other students might have similar questions to it, maybe instead of sending me a personal email with that question, you could post it on this discussion board here, and that way other students can see my reply and see my response to the question that you had as well. So that's an option that's always available to you, but email is definitely the best way to get a hold of me any time of day. I do my best to respond to those emails as quickly as I possibly can. So I don't want to take any more of your time. I know you have a lot to get through in this first week. I hope you enjoy this course. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, feel free to reach out for me. I am definitely dedicated to helping you successfully complete this course and get through this first week. All right, I'll talk to you soon.